Where do you want to create value for your clients? Where do you want them to end up? What matters is that you are creating a transformational experience for your clients. In what way is their life better as a result of working with you? You want to be thinking bigger. You're in a much better position to not only generate more value and create more value, but also to talk about that value and to position it so that your clients are compelled to work with you. Hi, and welcome back. Do you ever remember when you first started your business and when you first started your firm and you thought, I can do this better. I've got enough experience. I've seen how it's done. Maybe you're in professional services now. You might be practicing law. You might have a law firm. You might be in financial services, whether it's on the money side or the insurance side, whether you're managing portfolios or whether you have a business or a small team. Remember back when you first started, you remember that you thought about being really good and you were thinking, I can do this. I can do it better or at least as good as the majority of the people out there. What happened? What happened that somehow you lost your sparkle? My name's Michèle Soregaroli. I specialize in working with professional services practitioners as well as those who have founded firms so that you can differentiate your offer more effectively and figure out how to compete and how to position yourself when compared with your peers. Because, of course, as we all know, in professional services, there are thousands, if not multiple thousands, of practitioners and firms out there who are doing something very similar and selling the same thing, saying the same thing, and pretty much doing the same thing that you do. So how do you differentiate? I want to call you back to that moment when you first started. And there was likely a spark, and you were probably pretty clear at that time around what it would take to differentiate because you knew that you could do it at least as well, if not better, than the majority of the experience you'd had up to that point. You felt like you had potential. And here you are today, whether you've been in your business for 5 years or 15 or even 30 years. When you've been in the business this long, what happens is you start experiencing the business through the industry eyes. You start being influenced by how it's done in the industry, what standard practices are. As a coach, I get asked all the time, what are the best practices that my peers are doing? And here's my challenge for you. It doesn't matter what the best practices are. What matters is that you deliver value in the way that you are most skilled and equipped to do it. So in order to differentiate, you have to take a stand. You have to have an opinion of consequence. You have to have ways of doing things that you feel very strongly about. You've got to have opinions and you've got to have beliefs. And the thing about the differentiators is not so much around your expertise, because arguably anyone who is half decent and any firm that is reasonably good at what they do is going to have a fairly high level of expertise. And that expertise may be somewhat nuanced, but it's not going to be what I would call consequentially nuanced. What is, though, potential for really strong nuances in the way you deliver your services is exactly that. It's around your opinions and how you create the experience and the way you get to the outcome. The key here is not to think so much about the process that you need to follow in order to get to that place. First, I want you to think about what is that place? Where do you want to create value for your clients? Where do you want them to end up? Not just doing your job, not just following through. So, for example, let's say you're a financial advisor or you're a financial advisory firm, and you know that your job is to create wealth or to increase wealth for your clients. Perhaps you manage money, and your job is to create better than average, or at least as good as some of the best returns in the marketplace. That's your job. Your job is to generate great returns. But your differentiation opportunity is the experience that you give your clients through that arc for as long as you work with them, whether it's 3 months, 3 years, or 30 years. The experience that you create, because the bigger outcome is not just 1.5% or 3% or even 5 or 10% better than your competitors, which of course is going to be strongly valuable to your clients, but it's more than that. It's more than just the returns, unless you are so good that the returns are your differentiator and you've got such a strong process. But most of us are not necessarily equipped to have that kind of unicorn experience of value around such a nuanced area. It becomes about the experience. So you might have an outcome that supports clients to live their dreams. You might have an outcome that supports your clients to experience more peace of mind, but I want to hear language that's different. So what does peace of mind mean to you? How do they experience peace of mind? Maybe that's in training the next generation, their next generation of wealth, so that the wealth is carried forward through generations. Maybe that's part of your value proposition. Maybe it's something to do with not dreams, not wealth, but rather just their day-to-day experience of being wealthy and living their values. Maybe it's something around that. Whatever it is, something that you're doing in the arc of your client experience is creating a transformed life experience for your clients. Whether you're an accountant, whether you're a financial advisor, whether you're a marketing consultant, whether you're a business consultant, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are creating a transformational experience for your clients. This is the really big opportunity for anyone in professional services. Not so much what you do, because that's not valuable necessarily. The experience of value is more about why you do it in terms of the bigger outcome that you want to help your clients experience, and also the process through which you do it your own way. How do you guide them to get to that place? How do you help them stay on track and transform their own beliefs and their own behaviors so that their results, your client results, are amplified because of the experience you've created for them, which supports them to generate better outcomes for themselves as well. So what you want to be thinking about from differentiation is really more about the outcome and the really true value that you uniquely want to create. How do you want to impact your clients' lives? How do you want to make their lives better? In what way is their life better as a result of working with you? You're going to do your job. You're going to solve their problems. You're going to generate better returns. You're going to get them more tax benefits, or you're going to create better estate, or you're going to get them a solution to their legal problem, whatever it is. That's your job. Your value is over and above that. The greater value is over and above that. If you're only doing your job, then you're doing no more than any of your peers are doing. You want to be thinking bigger in terms of the bigger impact that you want for your clients. What do you want for them? What is your wish for them? And why is that important to you? When you start answering those questions around your offer and why you got into your business in the first place, and why it was so important for you to bring your offer to the market, because you knew there was something more valuable that you were wanting to do, when you recall that enthusiasm for creating greater value for your clients, when you touch back on that and translate into the maturity and the wisdom that you have today and create value from that, you're in a much better position to not only generate more value and create more value, but also to talk about that value and to position it so that your clients are compelled to work with you. Thanks for joining me today. I look forward to continuing this journey with you. If this video has been valuable to you, I invite you to please subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you join us and share it. Share the love, so to speak. Help others who are also struggling to create more value for the market. As I like to say, win-wins create rising tides for all. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.